Oh my goodness, we're doing this for the second time tonight. I finally figured out with the help of my husband. We had gotten a new Mac and we were connecting everything before, and it doesn't seem to have connected properly with the audio. So, if anyone is out there watching, if you can let me know now, I think Rod has helped me so that we have a little gadget that's connected that you should be able to hear me right now. So anyway, I apologize for the technical difficulties, but tonight is Monday night and we are in the town of Celebration. And every Monday night, we do a show specifically about what's going on coming up in this community. We are getting ready to have the 30th anniversary of Celebration in November. And so there's been a lot of extra activities that have been added to this great town that Disney built. And so let me start sharing some of them as many of you are starting to come back online right now with us. We have Edward as one of our people that shares information with us. Boy, this system is going to try to give me a hard time. There we go. Okay, very good. And so there is a Celebration Art Circle. The Art Circle is meeting this Friday, which is May 1st. Can you guys believe it? May is upon us on Friday. And so they are going to have people gather at the Island Village Clubhouse. You guys know where Island Village is. You're going to drive past the Celebration High School into the new community of Celebration. And so from 10 a.m. until noon, they're going to have how to make handmade greeting cards because you know what's coming up. Mother's Day is coming up. And so how lovely. So join the Celebration Art Circle. Thank you, Edward, for sending us information. And then when I was talking about events, the 30th, they are encouraging anybody that is a past or a present Celebration resident to take a QR code photo of this. And if you would like to present something from your family to talk about your experience here, you're going to submit it. And so the Celebration 30th Founders Day media submissions. And so that's what you're looking at there. I'm going to hold on that for a second just so everybody has the opportunity to try to get that QR code. Yes. Let me know where you're watching from. I'd be interested to see if you're somebody local that's just trying to stay in the know or somebody that might be looking to move to Celebration. And then that way I can share with you a little bit more, just double checking the audio too, which is kind of crazy that we had that going on. But let's see. Local? I think it is. Good. Very good. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So I talked about Mother's Day coming up. So on Wednesday, May 6th, not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday, there's a Happy Mother's Day Tea and Tulips event that's going to be from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Heritage Hall. So who knows where Heritage Hall is that's watching? So we talk about villages in Celebration, right? We have the main village, the North Village, South Village, East Village, West Village. So Heritage Hall is in South Village. It's $15 per person. That's 15, not 50, $15 per person. And from 5 to 7 p.m., you're going to gather at 951 Spring Park Street, which is where that cute little clubhouse is in South Village. And they're going to be designing beautiful floral arrangements and creating your own personalized tea assortment to take home. How sweet. So you want to call 407-566-1200. That is Town Hall to let them know that you're coming so they can be prepared. Yep. All right. So we have been experiencing a cool Once Upon a Magic Market this year. I want to say there's going to be 4 of them during the year. This may be the third one. I think it's the third one. And it is going to be themed around Star Trek. And so that is this coming Saturday, May 2nd. And that is from noon to 5 p.m. That is downtown Celebration over by Lakeside Park. And so it's a free event. And you do have an opportunity to go to different booths. And they have really fun themed things that you can buy as gifts. And so on May the 4th, is very, very popular. Now, speaking of May the 4th be with you, one of my favorite people is Leanne, who owns the Wine Imperium in downtown Celebration. So that is on Market Street, and she is a big Star Wars fan. And so the Celebration Social is also saying that this is their official gathering spot for the month of May. You know, we had a great time last month at the Dueling Pianos, and it was sold out. And this upcoming month, we want to encourage people, and please, you know, go to Celebration Social Facebook group and ask to be invited. That's a great way for you to stay in the know on what kind of activities are going on. But this one on May the 4th, May the 4th falls on, good question. Let me look at that real quick. May the 4th, oh wow, that is on a Monday. So a week from today at the Wine Imperium, Leanne's team and Joey, the manager. It's an all-day event. They have special galactic dishes. How fun is that? Live music from 6 to 9 p.m. And then photo backdrops, costume contest with the $200 grand prize. So I know a lot of you out there are very creative, and I think that might be a fun experience. Yes? Okay, May the 4th. So Celebration Social and the Wine Imperium. Good combination. Then the following day is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. And what's happening? Town Hall's doing a cool thing. 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., you're going to board a bus, and it's going to be in front of the post office in downtown Celebration. Now, a lot of you have seen my video on Near Disney YouTube where we talk about some cool things that are in town with the architectural stuff. Michael Graves is the architect that designed our post office, and it's referenced as the hinge of the town, the hinge, because it kind of looks like a hinge. So they're saying there's going to be a bus that's parked there. There's going to be exclusive food and beverage items. And Celebration Town Hall, you probably want to let them know that you're coming so they can be prepared. There's going to be giveaways. Avocado is involved in it. It looks like the Inn at Celebration is involved. So a lot of fun stuff. And I encourage that kind of creativity. So once again, that is Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, which is Tuesday of next week. Exclusive food and beverage items, bus pickup. You got to be there at 5, I believe. Please call them and let them know that you're coming so they're looking for you. They've got giveaways. And you know that town hall number is 407-566-1200. So we've talked about May the 4th be with you, May the 5th. Mother's Day is coming up. Don't forget about Mother's Day. But another thing that happens, of course, in May is what? Any other big things happening in May? Yep, Memorial Day. We want to make sure that we remember our veterans, and we have a Veterans Memorial Founders Park. If you don't know where that is, it's at the corner of Campus and Celebration Avenue, where that big, beautiful flag is there. Our Celebration Scouts do a great job at maintaining that area. And so at 10 a.m. on May 23rd, they do a wonderful gathering, and the public is invited. So I have sang at that event in the past, and I just want to make sure you get that on your schedule because it's a very important thing to remember our veterans that fought for us. Yes? So we've had great photos showing up, you guys, with the graduates for Celebration High School. And it's so lovely. They're beautiful. And I bet our youngins are ready to be graduated. Does anybody remember what it was like when you were a senior in high school? Did anybody else get that fever of wanting to be graduated? Or anyway, I'm excited to see where they're going to be going next. But with regard to our younger ones and needing to have access to some camps for the younger ones, because now school being out, right? Don't forget that there's a summer camp that is held by Spark Grounds. Spark Grounds is teaching robotics, 3D printing, STEM, business, and art. They have these summer camps for kids and teens, and they can tell you what the prices are. I know that one camp is June 1st to the 5th. Another one is June 15th to the 19th. Another one is July 27 to the 31st. And so there is a price point for each one where they include meals, snacks, outdoor time, and guest speakers. So sparkgrounds.com. That telephone number is 407-704-7858. Let me say that again, 407-704-7858. Because I know I was promoting some other camps that were going on, but I believe that other camp that I promoted last week may already be booked. So check this one out if not. Now, the Rotary Club is Celebration. They always do a great job with this event. Rod and I have played in this event before. There's a limited ticket quantity. They have dealers and poker tables. And this event benefits college scholarships. It is May 8th. May 8th. So that's just around the corner. It's from 6:30 until 11 o'clock, or I guess until you play your last hand. And that's at Artisan Park Clubhouse. And I just want to give a big shout out. Bill McFadden, if you have not met him, he is the general manager of the Artisan Park Clubhouse. And he is always doing extraordinary events, done super, super well. His team is super, super friendly. And so what you want to do with the Rotary Club is that you definitely want to call them to purchase tickets. That telephone number is 407-616-7045. 407-616-7045. It's a $100 initial buy-in, and that will cover your first stack of poker chips, open bar, so bring money for the open bar, and food optional. Rebuys will be $25 during the first 1.5 hours. And remember, the money is going for college scholarships, and it's always good bragging rights when you win, right? So limited tickets. Like I said, it's Texas Hold'em. Absolutely love playing that game. And yeah, so congratulations, Celebration Rotary. They do a lot of great fundraising, and they organize themselves very well. And how fun is that? That it is at Artisan Park Clubhouse. Now, speaking of Artisan Park Clubhouse, I wanted to make sure that I am showing some videos. One of my favorite things that I get to talk about is there's not a lot of inventory in this town, you guys. And what I mean by that is sometimes you'll see that people are saying it's a buyer's market, whatever. There's not much inventory. Either myself or Elijah Lewis, we do the show every week on Monday. So everybody has their fingers on the pulse of what's going on in our town. As of today, there is only 85 listings in our town. And that's everything from condos to estates. And so I want to encourage those that are watching from outside of Celebration. Some of these Disney Vacation Club members that I've had the honor of working with in the past, this would be an excellent opportunity for a lock and leave condo that is super close to Artisan Park Clubhouse that does fun things like this poker night, right? They have a restaurant in there. They have a resort like pool. They have a fitness room. They have ping pong out there, a jacuzzi. You know, you can go and have a drink out by the pool if you want. Like I said, lots of activities. Matter of fact, Neo and Elijah on my team just did a video on Near Disney. They went live and they were walking from the condo that I'm getting ready to show you to the clubhouse. And they were bringing out some really great points about there are wonderful walking paths from Artisan Park that will take you, maybe it's a half a mile, that will take you to like that new area where the Publix is and Dom Elio, the restaurant Celebration Brewing Company. And so there are nice canopy trees as well. And so sit back and relax. I want you to see this video on 1230 Right Circle. And the price is right because you can lock and leave. $424,000. They're talking about possibly selling it furnished too. And it comes with a garage in an elevator building on the top floor. Nobody's above you. amazing views because you've got conservation and lake in front of you. So check it out, and I'll be back at the end to answer any of your questions. Isn't that gorgeous? That is exactly what many of you have been looking for. You know, we have been talking about some of the taxation stuff that might be coming up later in the year. If you're able to make this a primary homestead, there could be some even greater advantages for you next year. But everything on one floor, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Family room is big. You know, it's more of a great room, and you could put a couch there if you'd like, and have some more sleeping space if you want. But dip your toes in and really get the best location that I can provide for you with those amazing views. And once again, call me at 407-808-9845. If you have interest or know of anybody, we can send the video to as well. Now, another property that is in Lake Evelyn, that is downtown Celebration over by a lake that you can walk to downtown. Now, this price point, much higher, $969,000, but it's going to have the opportunity to have 4 or 5 bedrooms. Technically, it's set up as 5 bedrooms, but you could use 4 bedrooms and a office. It does have a bedroom with a full bath on the first floor, and they did do an expansion on the end of this house too. So sit back and relax. I want you to see this property, 839 Lake Evelyn, and I'll be back at the end for any questions. Did you see how close that is? So I think you either want to be Artisan Park, super close to that amazing clubhouse, which is exclusive only for the people that live back in Artisan Park, or you want to be downtown Celebration that you can walk to all the cool restaurants and all that kind of good stuff. So we also share what's happened the last 7 days. Hey, Amy. Hey, Tara. Thank you so much for watching. Let me share my screen, share my screen, and it does look like my computer is cooperating this time with the sound. So let us do this. Dee always says, my YouTube producer always tells me to put my face a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm saying. So the inventory, very, very low in Celebration, only 85 properties total. I do not count the condo hotels because that's a different type of market. That's something where it's cash buyers and you can't live in there all year. You can only live in there 1 day shy of 6 months. So discarding that, 85. And then of the 85, Elijah Lewis and myself, each week we do the show so you can get an idea of what the market is doing every week. So this past week, there were 31 touch points. And that's a lot. So that's telling me that there's a lot of people coming into town now. The weather is spectacular. There's a breeze. It's beautiful. And so we're seeing a lot of activity. As a matter of fact, we had a lot of activity this week too, my real estate dream team. So what we do is we tell you of the 31 touch points, there were 11 new actives, 11 new actives, which is quite a bit. But when I tell you that there were 13 pendings, that means there's more that came off of the market than went on the market. Right. A lot came off of the market. And then 7 solds. And so a special shout out. We had the opportunity and blessing to work with Tara and Ray and then Deb. And what I can share with you is a lot of people do not leave Celebration. They move around Celebration. And so wonderful people that had a property decided that they wanted to move up. And then a lovely couple decided that they wanted to move up as well. And so moving around Celebration, Rod and I want to say, have moved 7 or 8 times over the course of almost 30 years here, because it does give you a different flavor on what the town's about. So sometimes people want to be in East Village where there's conservation surrounding them, still walkable, but not right in the heart of downtown. Other people really want to be in downtown Celebration. I will share with you that's probably the number one request that we get. And then, of course, Artisan Park is lovely. That clubhouse is spectacular. Bill McFarland, that general manager, and his whole team, they are superstars back there. And the video or the live show that Neo and Elijah did, showing how easy it is to walk the pass with the canopy trees, like a half a mile walk, to be able to go to like the Celebration Brewing Company from Artisan Park, go to the newer grocery store, Don Elio, the restaurant that's back there that people are just really super happy about. So we have so much that we could share, but I'm going to try to keep this nice and tight today. And I do believe our audio challenges that we have are now fixed. Thank you to my husband, Rod. So if I don't see you around this weekend, hopefully I will see you maybe at the poker event. And I think we might try to sign up for there. Say hi. It's for a good cause. And I'm not seeing any questions. I'm seeing a lot of love. And I know a lot of you watch this during the week. So you can see my telephone number there if you have any questions. Seriously, if you're thinking about selling your house and you want an idea of what you think the worth might be, happy to give you my honest opinion on that. You can just call me at 407-808-9845. You can text me if you don't feel like calling. That number goes directly to me, 407-808-9845. And then on Wednesday nights, my real estate dream team has a show. So please subscribe to Near Disney. They talk about the 25-mile radius around Cinderella Castle, and they have a lot of good information. We're trying to keep people posted on a lot of stuff that's going on with the governor right now, too. And then we have an evergreen show. I think Sue Koptiev and Dee and Rod went out, and they're trying to talk about the difference with the villages and some 55 plus communities that are in that 25-mile radius. So I too am interested to see what the results are on that. Okay. Well, once again, congratulations to all the Celebration High School graduates. That's a big deal when you graduate. I'm so excited for all of you. You've got all this wonderful stuff ahead of you, and I got to see so many beautiful pictures of how you guys looked. It was fabulous, and it's just a real blessing. Yes? All right, guys. Well, I don't see any questions, so I'm going to sign off, and hopefully I will see you real soon. Bye.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.